Hello everyone. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Unreal Mapbox Bridge plugin. And the only reason we really need to use the Unreal Mapbox Bridge plugin if we want to use this into Unreal. What this does, it just does the automation of importing your height map. So let me demonstrate that. So I've got an area that I want. I've left clicked on it. I'm going to double left click to load that tile. Remember, we always have to load the tile before we can do anything. And then I'm going to open up my Unreal Engine, and this is just a default scene. I'm going to go to my plugins, contents, blueprints, import Mapbox, put it on my scene. I need to make sure the height map directory is correct. I'm just demoing it. I'll go over the exact instructions as soon as I demo this, just to show you what happens. This is an important field. A lot of people forget this. This is the only field you really need to fill in, and then send to Unreal. Okay, and I should have my landscape. All right, now I didn't change my landscape size. I left it at the default of 505, so that's why it's so small. You probably would want to put it at 2017 by 2017. You can easily do that and hit send to Unreal. The one cool thing about send to Unreal is you can actually import multiple landscapes easily. You can see that we have two landscapes now. They come on top of each other. I can simply just move the smaller one out of the way. Now, I don't know if there's an issue with having multiple landscapes, performance issue, or anything like that, but you certainly can do it. So now we can see the 2017 landscape and the 505, and I can keep on hitting. I can pick other areas I want, and then hit to send to Unreal, and it will do the same thing based on what your landscape size. It'll automatically import it into Unreal. So that's all it's doing. It's still downloading and creating the same 16-bit height map. It just eliminates you having to go to landscape, import, manage, um, import, and do that. That's all it's doing. It's just a little bit of automation. No big deal there. Okay, so how do we set this up in Unreal? So the first thing, you're going to have an empty landscape like this. The first thing you're going to need to do is download the plugin. So let's go do that. The plugin, and I'll leave a link again on this video of how to get to the plugin. It's called Unreal Mapbox Bridge plugin. Now, you can, if you want to, get the latest version. I think everything's up to date now, and compile it yourself. That means Unreal will actually have to compile it for you. Or the easier way is to go to releases, okay? And if you want the 5.2 version, you can download that here. If you want the 5.1 version, you can download that here. This application is 5.1, so I'm just going to download that. I'm going to go to my folder. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, and extract. All right, now it's extracted. I'm going to open this up. You should have another folder without 5.1 or 5.2, just called Unreal Mapbox Bridge. Copy this whole folder over to whatever project you're using. Let's go to my project, and I'm using Mapbox Test 5.1. Let me close that down real quick. Close that down. Okay, you can't install it while it's running. And you may not have a plugins folder. If you don't have a plugins folder, just right click, create new, and create a folder, and then name it plugins. Once you've named it plugins, just open that folder, and you can see right here I have it in here, but I'm going to delete it, and just Control V to paste. Once that's done, you can go back to your main project window, open it up. It should automatically be enabled. Any plugins that are in your plugins folder, I think automatically get enabled, so you don't have to go to the plugins with inside Unreal and check and put a checkbox to enable it. But you can always double check if something's not working. But like I said, it should be enabled. So let's go ahead and load up here. All right. Now, you won't have that in your scene, and we'll take the landscape out. Okay. So when you open up your content drawer, you're going to need to do one thing. Go to Settings, and you're going to need to make sure you check Show Plugin Content. With that checked, if you go to your content, you'll scroll down, you'll see a folder called Plugins. If you expand Plugins, okay, I've got another plugin called Train Magic installed, which is a cool plugin, by the way. But you'll see Unreal Mapbox Bridge content. If you click on that, you'll see blueprints. Click on that. You'll see Import Map. Open that up, and then you'll see Mapbox BP. Just drag that into your scene. Okay. Now, once you have that in your scene, you can open the map. You can open the map manually, like I did, or you can click on Select Map, and it does the same thing. It opens it up. Now you need to have this all set up and running. You need to have the map and everything set up and go through this and set all that up as I've shown you in previous videos. The only one thing you really need here in order for this to work, or it will not work, is the heightmap directory. This heightmap directory has to be the same directory as what you specified in settings under heightmap. So although I can't show you the actual path here, you can just get it by selecting folder. It'll go to your heightmap folder, and I just copy that. Select it, Control C to copy, and then I go into my heightmap directory and paste and enter. Okay, once I've done that, everything is set up. Now I can I can close this, go back to my map, select my area, left click, double left click to load it, and now Send to Unreal should work just fine. That's all you have to do to set up the plugin portion of Unreal Mapbox to get this automation. There's nothing more to it. There's some other features of it, but I'm not going to go into it. This is the main thing you're going to be using, is just importing the landscape. Again, you want to change the size, select the size, double left click to load it up, and send to Unreal. Okay, and I'll show you what it's going to do. Popping up, importing the landscape, and there you go. It's really that simple. The only thing you need to make sure of is make sure you download the correct release, 5.1 and 5.2. I think I have this for 5.0, but I probably made some changes since then. I pretty much keep it on whatever the latest version is. And for the most part, you can download. There's not much here that doesn't really work on anything with 5.0 and above. So you can easily download this and go to, I think, basically just download this and put it in a folder called Unreal Mapbox Bridge, and then drop that in your plugins and let Unreal compile it, and it should work. I just pre-compile it for the latest version because sometimes people have problems. Unreal may say, hey, may give you a complaint, can't compile this for whatever reason or so forth. So that's why I provide it pre-compiled for you. But of course, if you have a Mac or something like that, you're going to have to compile it on yourself because I don't have one. So it's really that simple to set up the backend plugin if you want the automation of Send to Unreal. And I believe that covers that. And again, you've got the option of enabling world partition. All right, thank you. The next video I believe we'll go over is, let's go over creating weight maps, and I'll go over creating weight maps and how to import them into Unreal and how you use your landscape material with that. Thank you.